Okay, year two, so let's carry on with our lesson. Well, here we have a division number sentence, 16 divided by 2. And we're going to use a number line to help us with this, because we're going to think of this question as there are 16 objects, and we're going to put them into groups, equal groups of 2. And we need to find out how many groups there will be. So we're going to count up in steps of 2 on the number line till we get to 16. And then we're going to count how many steps we've done. So let's do our first step, our second step, our third step, our fourth step, our fifth step, our sixth step, our seventh step, and our eighth step. So 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Now we can also do this the other way around on the number line. So you can start from 16 and see how many jumps of 2 you do until you get to 0. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. It's the same. So 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Now here's a question. We're missing the first number. Something divided by 2 equals 12. Well, let's think of this as the number that we start with is put into groups of 2, and there are 12 groups. So we can show this with our counters in our array because we have 12 columns, the 12 groups, and there are 2 counters in each column. So then we can count the number of counters that we have. So I'm going to change some to red to make them easier to count. So we have 10 yellow counters, 10 red counters, and then 4 yellow counters. So 10 plus 10 is 20, add 4 is 24. Now we can also do this by thinking about sharing. So we're going to start with the first number. We need to have them in 2 groups, and there needs to be 12 in each group. So here you go, here's our 2 groups. We need 12 in the first group, 12 in the second group, then you can add the 2 groups together and it will give you 24 as well. You can also use the multiplication method. So we've divided the first number by 2 to give us 12. So we can do it the other way around. So 12 multiplied by 2, which is going to give us the first number. What's 12 multiplied by 2? Shall we count up together in steps of 2? Are you ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Stop. There we go. So can you see how many different methods we've used? We've shared the counters, we have used a number line, and we've used a multiplication number sentence to help work out the missing number at the start. So now it's your turn, okay? Here's another question. Something divided by 2 equals 10. So you can use a number line, you can use counters, or you can use a multiplication number sentence, but you need to work out the first number that's missing. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, year 2. So I'm going to use the multiplication method. So I'm going to multiply, because it was divided by 2, I'm now going to multiply it by 2. So 10 multiplied by 2. Well, shall we count up in steps of 2 together 10 times to work this out? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Stop, we've done 10 steps, and what did we get to? Yes, we got to 20. Well done if you got that answer. It doesn't matter how you got there because there's so many different methods and there's no right or wrong method. You just pick which one you are most comfortable with, okay? As long as you get to the correct answer. So well done. Now, what I'd like you to do is have a go at the rest of the worksheet, Year 2 Maths, 26th of January, Resource 1. And when you're finished, come back to the video because we've got some problem solving to do. Okay, Year 2, so let's get on with our problem solving. So here's our first question. Alice has 24 pieces of chocolate. She gives half of them to Emily. So now there are 2 girls that are going to eat these 24 pieces of chocolate. And Alice thinks that they will have 14 pieces each. So we need to do the division number sentence, 24 divided by 2, because there are 24 pieces of chocolate and we need to share them between Alice and Emily. So we have 2 girls. Now let's have a look. There you go. So I've got 24 pieces of chocolate, which are represented with my 24 green squares. And I've separated them into 2 groups. So I've shared them between 2 groups because I knew there were 2 groups because there are 2 girls. Now, Can you pause the video and see if there are 14 pieces of chocolate in each group? Okay, year 2. So were there 14 pieces of chocolate in each group? No, there wasn't, was there? There are 12 pieces of chocolate in each group. So 24 divided by 2 is 12, not 14. Do you know how many pieces of chocolate Alice would have had to have? So that they have 14 pieces each when they shared them. So what is something divided by 2 equals 14? There you go. There's one of our missing number questions again. So we can do it the other way around. So something divided by 2 equals 14. We can do 14 times by 2. And let's work that one out together. Are you ready to count 14 steps of 2? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Stop! Yes, Alice will have had to have 28 pieces of chocolate. So as I said, Alice is not correct because 24 divided by 2 is 12, not 14. And she would need 28 pieces of chocolate. Oh, I've missed the S off. Pieces of chocolate to have 14 pieces each. Okay, here's our last question. So Casey is tidying up and she finds 24 boots. How many pairs can she make? Well, here are 24 counters and we're going to put them in pairs. So in pairs means in groups of 2. So there's our first book and put in all of counters in groups of 2. There we go. Can you pause the video? How many pairs have I made? Okay, yeah, 2. How many pairs did I make? Yes, you're right. I made 12 pairs because 24 divided by 2 equals 12. Fantastic. Well done. So now what I'd like you to do is have a go at your worksheet. Year 2 Maths, 26th of January, resource 2. And there'll be questions that are similar to the ones we've just done. Remember, you can either choose the blue or the orange questions. And when you're finished, if you want an extra challenge, it's also the extension worksheet, Year 2 Maths, 26th of January, resource 3. Brilliant, Year 2. Well, have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you in the next maths lesson. Bye.